Good day, everyone. Today, we are going to present to you the report of the Group 2 in Survey of Afro-Asian Literature. So our task is to identify and illustrate cultural, economic, and political aspects of the lifestyle of early 19th century farmers, plantation owners, slaves, and townspeople in both Europe and North America. The first bullet that was given to us was to select an action performed by one of the characters in the film and explain why the character took that action. I personally answered this first bullet. My answer is when the African captives are on the ship, Cinque, one of the captives, see the change to fight back. Using his intelligence, he managed to obtain a nail in secret, using it to unlock the handcuff. Once freed, he helped his fellow Africans and inspired them to join him in overpowering the ship's crew. His actions is an act of resistance against against the humanization rather and slavery.
What motivated him or her? Joseph is primarily motivated by his desire of freedom and the survival of himself and his fellow captives. After being abducted from their homeland, Sinki and his fellow Africans experiences unimaginable suffering and loss. Joseph's primary motivation stems from his deep yearning for freedom and his determination to ensure the survival of himself and his fellow captives. After being forcefully abducted from their homeland, Sinki and the other Africans endure suffering including physical torment, emotional trauma, and the loss of their freedom and identity. This experience of pain and injustice strengthens their resolve to fight for their humanity and reclaim the liberty that was unjustly taken from them. Next question. What did this motivation have to do with the theme of the film? He simply wants to return home to his family and reclaim the life that was stolen from him. Through his struggle, the film emphasizes the enduring strength of the human spirit in the face of injustice, as well as the hope and resilience against systems of oppression.
And on the second question, who was John Quincy Adams? In the 1997 film Amistad, John Quincy Adams is portrayed as a key historical figure who plays a crucial role in the legal battle over the fate of the Africans who were captured aboard the Spanish slave ship La Amistad. In the film, Adam is depicted as an aging former president and a respected statesman who, despite his previous presidential career, and now serves as a private citizen. And on the third question, connected or still connected to the second question, what was his role? So, as what have been mentioned in the second question or answer to the second question, his role in the story is to argue before the United States Supreme Court on behalf of the Africans who had been enslaved and taken to America after their revolt aboard the ship. The central legal issue is whether the Africans should be treated as a property under the law or recognized as free individuals who had been illegally enslaved. Adams, drawing from his strong abolitionist. From the word itself, this is actually the person who wants to abolish or to stop slavery. This abolitionist views and his experience in foreign policy passionately defends the Africans' right to freedom.
Why was his role so important to the outcome? His involvement in the case is pivotal because he uses his legal expertise and moral conviction to sway the Supreme Court justice, ultimately contributing to their decision to free the captives in the movie. Adams is portrayed as a figure of wisdom and justice, standing against the prevailing attitudes of slavery in America at that time. John Quincy Adams' role in the Amistad case was critical because of his profound legal expertise and his strong moral stance against slavery. As a former U.S. president and an influential lawyer, Adam was uniquely positioned to appeal to the Supreme Court's justice on both legal and ethical grounds. In the movie, he is portrayed as a figure of justice, symbolizing wisdom and the courage to stand against the widely accepted practice of slavery in the 19th century. His arguments were instrumental in convincing the court to side with freedom and humanity, leading to the liberation of the Africans aboard La Amistad. So Adam was dedicated to justice also highlights the broader struggle against slavery in America.
What was the legal basis cited by the court to justify freeing the La Amistad Africans? In the movie Amistad, the U.S. Supreme Court justified freeing the Africans aboard La Amistad by ruling that they were unlawfully enslaved and had the right to fight for their freedom. The court's decision rested on the fact that the international slave trade had been outlawed by treaties, making the Africans' capture and transportation illegal. Evidence showed that they have been abducted from Africa and falsely classified as Cuban slaves to circumvent the ban. Former President John Quincy Adams, presenting the Africans, argued that they were not property but free individuals who acted in self defense against their captors.
What was the legal basis cited by the court to justify freeing the La Amistad Africans? The legal basis cited by the court to justify freeing the La Amistad Africans was the Spanish law, under which the case partially fell, prohibited the enslavement of people brought illegally into its territories. Based on these arguments, the court ruled in favor of Africans, recognizing their natural rights to liberty and ordering their release and return to Africa. And that ends our report from Group 2. Thank you so much for listening and God bless us all. Thank you.